other members of the family. Rabbi Sherer. The Shabbos, all of us, we're all broken. It's very interesting. The Heilige Chassam Sofer, the Sechta Avodah Zorah, says, Yogati v'loy motzasi. He spent his life trying to find a source for the axiom, Gerish and Isgaya Kekotni Shenela. So rebirth, v'loy motzasi, that's how I say, Gerish and Isgaya. The Balaturim in this Shabbos is Parsha Kiseitze. The Shabbos that we were all so broken. Tells us, the Torah says, we dare not corrupt or pervert the judgment of Ger Yosef. Says the Balaturim, grammatically it should state Ger Vi Yosef. What's Ger Yosef? Mikan Ger Shenes Gaya Kekotni Shenoi. The Shabbos that we were all broken is the source for unser Yosef, Rabbi Sherer. This Shabbos. It's interesting how the Mesher Chochmah, earlier in the Eschana, he brings this Chassam Sofer and he cites a source for this axiom. He says it all took place at Har Sinai, not for now. Rabbi Sherer, we all know the Sifri. In the end of the Torah, in Zoysa Brocha, Ifiyah Mehar Porov, those who learned Daf Yomi, so alluded to in the very beginning of Masechtas Avodah Zorah. The Rebbeinu Shem went to all the nations of the world first, and he offered them the Torah Akdosh. The Sifri elaborates. We all learned this in Chayda as kinder. The Sifri tells us that the Rebbeinu Shem went to the Bnei Esav, and he offered them the Torah. And they asked him, what does it say in your Torah? And the Rebbeinu Shem's reply to Bnei Esav was, there's the prohibition, lo sirtzach, thou shalt not kill. The Bnei Esav responded, oh no, that's not for us. That's what it says in your holy Torah. Thou shalt not kill, not for us. As a little boy, I would hear my father, Zechon Levracha, say from his Heilige Rebbe, Rav Rudimin. Later on, we found this in the Divrei Chaim from Sanzerov. Rav Rudimin would ask, what does it mean? God Almighty told them that in the Torah Kedosha it says the command that thou shalt not kill, and they said it's not for us. Firstly, as the Matna points out, Panim Yofis says, every Noachite, every Bnei Noach is commanded in Lo Sirtzach, thou shalt not kill. Number one. Number two, Rav Rudimin would ask, said in the constitution of every nation, it says, thou shalt not kill. So what is this? That then we were told, Lo Sirtzach, they said, oh no, it's not for us. Says the Tzanzerov, yes, it says, thou shalt not kill. But they wanted to interpret what thou shalt not kill means according to their understanding. Abortion has nothing to do with thou shalt not kill. They have their own understanding of thou shalt not kill. What the Rebbeinu Shem was trying to tell us, thou shalt not kill means if one dares to humiliate a fellow man, call a man by a nickname that he does not like, embarrass a person, is not only analogous to shvichas damim, to murder, it is murder. So yes, they accepted Noachite's law, thou shalt not kill. Yes, in the Constitution it indeed states thou shalt not kill. But they wanted to interpret it their way. But when God Almighty said to them, in my Torah, thou shalt not kill means to respect fellow man, that if you humiliate or embarrass or be disrespectful to fellow man, that is murder. Oh, that's not for us. Yosef Yosef was the embodiment of the understanding of Lo Sirtzach, thou shalt not kill. He would so not humiliate, so not embarrass, be so respectful to kids and to adults alike. We were privileged in our shul to see him very often. Many times he would walk from afar to come to our Shalashudis Torah. I don't know how you translate that in English. Okay. And afterwards he would come over to me and he would say, such beautiful thoughts. More times than not, I'd like to believe it was a little bit beyond his level. And yet he would say to me, such beautiful thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something I heard from him over and over and over again. He would say to me, Rabbi, I don't know how the Jewish people talk against each other. They have no idea. And then I would say to him, we have no idea, Yosef, how special we are. Let me tell you what a special people we are. He wouldn't talk against a fellow Jew. He wouldn't talk against a fellow human being. He couldn't tolerate negative talk about a fellow man. He couldn't hear negative talk about a fellow man, let alone to humiliate someone else. Oh, did he understand like Sirtzach and the Torah? We all know the Chafetz Chaim brings a Messiah that the famous Ger Tzedek Rav Patatsky, Shaila, if he had this conversation with the Vilna Gaon directly, where he said to the Vilna Gaon, he conjectured, where did Gerim come about in the Jewish people? And he said, he was talking about himself, he said, when God Almighty went to the nation of the world and he offered the Torah, and they said, oh no, this prohibition not for me, this commandment not for me. He said, there were those in those nations that wanted to accept the Torah, but they were outvoted. We were the minority. So Rav Patatsky said to the Vilna Gaon, said, I was one of the minority in my nation that was screaming out, no, 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 I want the Torah, I want Lo Sirtzach. I was outvoted. So what did the minority do? They stood on the foot of the mountain. When we were accepting the Torah at Mount Sinai, at Har Sinai, those are the minority that wanted from the nations of the world to accept the Torah. They stood there on the sidelines, so wanting the Torah. So Hashem Yisparach needed, he said to the Vilna Gaon, Rav Patatsky, that later on, we were accepted amongst the Jewish people. Yes, the Meshech Chochmah says that the Balaturin's Gershon is Gaia, this axiom that he brings out from Parshas Kiseitze. Meshech Chochmah says that the Kar Shu Lachem La'elechem by Har Sinai. Yosef was there at Har Sinai. Rav Patatsky's explanation that the Vilna Gaon said, I'll be Messiah, it's Torah La'amitai. He was there, Yosef. And he wanted Lo Sirtzach with our interpretation that we dare not humiliate a fellow Jew or a fellow man from any race, from any color. There's respect for human life, for human beings. So he was there at Har Sinai. Permit me to close with a heritage, with a feeling that I have. Rabbi Sherer, the Rav said it. Someone Heiken said it so well. Yosef's dear brother-in-law, his eloquence, said it so beautifully. Our dear Benji said it. Rabbi Sherer, this summer there were drownings, there were shootings, car accidents left and right. All over the place, Rabbi Sherer. A family in Eretz Yisrael in